Hey guys, welcome to the Check-In Podcast. My name is Cameron.
My name is Ian.
And we just want to welcome you to the Check-In Podcast, a podcast geared towards young adults and teenagers, where we give you our viewpoint on the world, on politics, sports, entertainment, pop culture, and everything else under the sun. We give you our opinion about it, and we chat about it on the podcast. So thank you for tuning in, and let's get started. So, like I started off every podcast, I'm going to ask Ian, what is one word that you're using to describe your week so far?
I'm anticipating.
Anticipating what?
Spring break.
When is your spring break?
About 2 weeks. So this week is about to be done. So I just got next week and then I'm on spring break.
My spring break starts next week and I just feel like that's a little early.
Yeah, it probably is a little early, but I'm just trying to get the spring break. So I'm going to shoot the question back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Your week. Word. Give it to me. Drive it home.
My word of the week is stressed. I'm stressed out because, like I said, my spring break is next week. But those of you who aren't in college, like the week before spring break is midterm week. So, I'm just stressed trying to get everything together, everything turned in, make sure all my assignments are done. And because I'm like in an exchange program and I'm taking classes at another school, I don't really have a spring break because that school doesn't have a spring break. And so, yeah, I'm just stressed out. I need a break. May can't come any sooner.
Respect it.
Yeah. But, Ian, so we don't have a guest this week, you guys. So today we're just going to be chopping it up, talking about some things that happened in the world last week. And just giving you our viewpoint. I didn't listen to any new music that came out on Friday, but if you guys want to listen to new music, even if it hasn't come out yet, as always, we have a playlist at the end of the podcast. I tell you the playlist name, and the playlist is in the subscription box. So don't forget that. Like in case you haven't listened to anything that's come out recently, there's still opportunities to listen to new music. And yeah. So, Ian, what's one thing? Yeah, one topic that surprised you this week in the news. Because, your timeline changes every day. And there's always something new under the sun. But what's something that got you this week?
Okay, there was two.
Okay, what's the first one?
Okay, there was two.
Mm-hmm.
The first one happened early. So we go from Wednesday to Wednesday since we shoot on Wednesday, release on Friday. So went sometime in the middle of last week. It was trending. It said Mr. Potato Head was trending. I said, yo, what? Why is he trending? I've never seen it. I've seen Toy Story. I'm not going to say I haven't seen Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I'm just Toy Story 4 came out a long time ago. Why is he trending? It was Mr. Potato Head is now Potato Head. He's taking they're becoming more gender neutral. I was like, bro, what? I said, is that the cause we're really pushing for? I said, is that something we really were fighting for? So I was like, all right, bro. Then, what was it, yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys know me, I like sneakers. I like my shoes. I be on the sneakers app, probably every Saturday at 10 a.m. sharp.
Happy Sabbath.
You know what I'm saying? But director, somebody from Nike is allowing their child to get so many shoes, have warehouse fulls of them. And that just makes me upset because I try so hard to get these shoes and I barely get dubs on the sneakers app.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just frustrating because the shoes are already limited. and then I see this man's warehouse and it's just full of them, thousands of boxes full of them.
Wait, okay, so he has a robot or something and he's able to buy the shoes. Is that what you're talking about, or something else?
I hate bots. That's one thing I hate.
Okay.
Bots do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really a good look if you're a child from a person who works for Nike and stuff like that. That's not really a good look because I'm thinking your mom's soliciting you shoes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's really upsetting.
So Nike is in the reselling business. Nike has a hand in the reselling business.
Yeah. Because with shoes, bro, shoes are everywhere, bro. Like there's no limited pairs unless it's like a PE. PE stands for Player Edition. PE or like a DJ Khaled shoe or something like that. Those are limited. But Breads and
DJ Khaled makes shoes?
DJ Khaled, like Travis Scott. Travis Scott has like a shoe deal with Nike. DJ Khaled has a shoe deal with Nike.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's not like one of those like Breads, Concords, everything. Those are unlimited. Everybody can get those. Everybody can. So, yeah, and the fact that people can't get them for retail price really annoys me.
That just shows you everything is rigged. What isn't? It's like how I was talking the other day. I might sound ignorant because I don't know nothing about taxes. I need to, but I don't know nothing about taxes. I don't understand when we pay a state tax and a federal tax. And like, I understand that, the state government and the federal government are two different things. But in my opinion, the government is the government. Like, regardless, I'm giving the government money. The government gets states money. States pay government taxes. Like, I'm giving half my paycheck to just the government. And like, no benefits, no stimulus, no nothing. Like,
the benefits are nothing.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, give me something. I was like, what are they? Let me hear them. Yeah, everything is rigged. So that's how. So with knowing like the reselling business and the game and stuff like that, like, does that mean that you're gonna stop ordering shoes or no?
What that means is, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yo,
I'm on my Kevin Durant. You feel me?
So how are you gonna do that if you don't have like a leg up or anything like that?
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna learn botting. I'm gonna learn it all. I'm gonna learn it all. I'm gonna pay for the bots every Saturday morning. I'm gonna get them. I want to turn the basement into like a shoe palace.
You're gonna turn our basement into a shoe palace. Mm-hmm. Well, the basement, we just got a new couch in, and we're trying to set up and make it nice. That's what you think you're gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny, Dad. When you hear this, I just want you to, when you hear this, Dad, I want you to pause the video. I want you to go to Ian's room and I want you to set him straight. Because for some reason, Ian thinks he's the man of the house and he gets to make decisions.
I didn't say that.
But Dad is giving that, isn't it? Isn't it?
It's not.
I think it's giving that. Because
you do this in the living room. Is this your room?
I set up stuff and I take it down.
The shoes are going to be sold, so it's going to be set up, taken down.
Shut up.
Just saying.
Okay, so that the Nike thing bothered you, but you say you're going to join them. What are you going to do about the Mr. Potato Head thing? How are you feeling? Why does it bother you?
Because it just doesn't make any sense. Some things just don't make sense. Like I just feel like with cartoons and just like family movies and stuff like that, just like that were already like set, just leave it alone. If you just trying to make push your costs, make something new. Just make something new. It doesn't hurt to make anything new. You feel me?
Okay, so with Mr. Potato Head, is there any other problem that you have?
I don't know. Remember that time last year when Spider-Man, when Sony and Marvel were working the deal with Spider-Man and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because Spider-Man was taken off of Marvel or something like that. Uh-huh.
They were working the deal. Uh-huh. There was stuff from credible news sources that were gonna make Spider-Man bisexual. I said, bro, what are y'all doing? I said, what are y'all pushing around?
Why can't he be bisexual?
Is Spider-Man bisexual? No, because here's the thing. If you want a Marvel superhero, there's LGBTQ plus superheroes.
Who are they?
I can't name off the top of my head. Okay. I have. So I follow this guy on TikTok. Okay. I forget what his name is.
TikTok, the new Wikipedia.
Uh-huh. But he's a really. I watch him. He's a really good comic book an analyzer. He tells a lot about comic books.
Okay. Tell me what he said.
But
what the brother got to say.
I'm gonna search up the video really quick, because it's right here. I got it.
Okay. Search of the video, but I have to. So you said Spider-Man cannot be bisexual. You don't think that should be?
Bro, Stan Lee said no bisexual Spider-Man. Bro.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out, what if he it doesn't mean that the character automatically starts as certain way, but what if he found himself or something like that?
What?
What if he found himself?
Like, Spider-Man has not been dating Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy. What do you mean he found himself? He found himself in Harry Osborn?
And find the TikTok video. Let me hear it.
Here.
The viewers want to know.
Might have to cut this audio out.
Yeah, obviously. While you get your life together.
I remember watching it too, because I thought it was interesting. And there was one superhero that
I bet you do.
Oh, Emma Frost. I know that one off the top of my head. Emma
Who's
Frost.
that?
She's a mutant. Do you remember X-Men?
First Class?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the girl that made like the little sonic sirens, whatever, like that.
Mm-hmm.
That she's
what?
Bisexual.
Does it show that in the movie, or?
I mean, it doesn't show that in the movie, but we can make a movie like that. We can get Marvel to make a movie like that. Marvel don't got no problem. That's one thing I know off the top of my head. Trying to find it.
No, okay, folks. Ian can't find this video, so we're going to continue the conversation. Once you find the video, you can't. I don't understand. Okay, so you don't. So what I'm hearing is you don't think women should be represented in Marvel.
Who said women? Wait, no, I didn't say women.
You don't think LGBTQ plus people should be represented in Marvel.
I didn't say that. I did not.
You hate the bisexuals. I mean,
I did not say.
It's like, nah, he didn't say any of that. But what is your problem with it? Is what I want to know.
Because, like, why would you just like what are y'all gaining from changing it? You're just gonna make people upset.
But why are people gonna be upset because a character is gay now or something like that?
If you're gonna change a comic book character that's based on the comic books, there's nowhere in his story arc that he's gay. That Spider-Man is gay, bisexual. I mean. There's nowhere in his story arc that he's bisexual.
There's nowhere in his story arc that he's not.
If the creator of Spider-Man is saying, why is Spider-Man being bisexual? I have that TikTok, by the way, of that.
You have not found it yet. So oh my goodness. Okay. So how do you feel about, okay.
Like that doesn't just go for like LGBTQ plus like stuff like that. It just goes for like if they make Superman black, I'll be like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like
so now you don't like the Negroes.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying? Okay. Say it plain and simple.
Dr. Umar, if you're watching this, don't cancel me.
Oh God, who cares about Dr. Umar? I'm sorry.
But if I go to see a Superman movie, I want to see a white man with a chiseled jawline, okay? Pause really quick.
No, you said pause way too late.
With a chiseled jawline as Superman, as Clark Kent. Because is Clark a black name, to be honest with you?
I don't know.
I don't think Clark is a black name. Clark Kent. I don't think he's a black name.
Okay, what is a black name for you? Quavon Kent? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
No, because
that is not
because it's giving very much racism.
Okay,
is what I feel. It's giving very much racism. Continue, because the audience wants to know how you're gonna break this down. How you feeling about it?
How I'm feeling about what?
You were trying to make a point. You don't want to see Spider-Man bisexual. You don't want to see Clark Kent gay. So basically, you want
gay, he black.
I mean black. Sorry, sorry. So you want a heterosexual, male-dominated white Marvel universe.
No one said that. I was saying if you're going to want LGBTQ plus on the screen, there's already superheroes and stuff like that for that. Go to Marvel. I don't know what petitions really do. You know what I'm saying? I just see a lot of them circling change.org. You know, I see all that. You know what I'm saying?
They be charging you a fee too. Like,
you
dang.
know, I be seeing all that. Mm-hmm. Go to change.org. Do something about that. You feel me?
So, do you know how hard it is to get a movie made?
They make them. Go to Kevin Feige and tell him, hey, bro, phase 5, bro. I want to see Emma Frost. I want to see Miss Marvel. That's another one. She's coming. She's also I think Middle Eastern. She's brown. Like she's not like African American brown. Like you know when a Middle Eastern is brown. You know what I'm saying?
Don't hit that chord.
My bad. You know.
Move your hand to the side.
You know when somebody like not African American and not African, but you know y'all know what I mean. Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, Miss Marvel, she's coming. You know, I think she's
So what you're saying is Black people. Sorry, no. But you're saying people need to wait their turn? I'm just asking.
No one is saying wait. No one's saying it's like we're gonna dominate this thing. Y'all wait your turn. We're not saying that. We're saying there's already superheroes that are openly gay, openly bisexual, openly queer in the comic books already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Before the movies, pick characters from those, you know, and make a movie out of that.
Okay, so I have a question for you. So do you think we should have representation for representation's sake, or do you think like representation should have like meaningful like character development and like background and stuff like that? Because like representation for representation's sake is just like having Spider-Man be gay, or do you think it's a disservice of just making an already developed character like add on this other identity when you could
I think that's a disservice, bro. I'm like, bro, why
a disservice to who? A disservice to the people it's trying to represent, a disservice to like the character.
The character. Like, bro, Spider-Man got all these. I shouldn't stop. I keep on talking about Spider-Man. Let's give me another one. I don't know. Thor. Okay, let's put out Thor. Thor got all this character development. Odin's son. You know, he's a god. He got he can really defeat anybody if he really wanted to. Mm-hmm. Like, he got all this character development. Why in the movies is he nerfed? Like, he's nerfed, like, heavily.
What does that mean?
Like, his power is gone. Like Thor 1 and Thor 2. Thor was looking like Hawkeye could take him out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
In Thor 1 and Thor 2?
Yeah, bro. Thor was looking a little weak, bro. And he was talking like Shakespeare, bro. Like, anybody trying to watch all that, bro? You know?
So this is beyond like. So your issue with. See, because here's the thing, you had an issue with Miss Potato Head, you had an issue with Marvel. Your issue is what? Not characters being changed, characters not getting representation.
Being changed for no reason. Okay. With movements, you can't hit people that's not gonna make them want to listen, if you know what I'm saying. Like I got a good example.
Okay, let's hear it.
I love you, Holly. I love your sister too, Chloe. But I mean, I'm not mad that you playing Ariel. I've never really seen Little Mermaid, right? You know what I'm saying? I've never really seen that. Mm-hmm. But making Ariel black, I don't think the outcome was what you was going to think. Like, yeah, diversity, everything like that. Cause I don't know if you saw this meme. They said, what was it? They had like the poster of Ariel, and she was like in slave chains. Like, come on, dog. like that's the outcome you're going to get if you're changing already like pre-made characters.
Okay, can I give my opinion?
What?
Number one, okay, I'll start with the Ariel, and then I'll go backwards. So all your other offensive comments.
It's not offensive.
It's like that. All right. So with Ariel, I don't feel like that was a big deal because Ariel is a freaking mermaid. Mermaids are not real. And you're right, you haven't seen The Little Mermaids, because if you had, you would know that Ariel has some black sisters. How about that? Anyways, moving on to point two. It doesn't really, I feel like if a character is made up, it doesn't hurt to have to imagine it in something other than the standard. And I think...
So what if Princess Tiana was white?
But, okay, if Princess Tiana's white, that wouldn't make any sense because her story has heavily to do with, like, her race to an extent. Like, she's but The Little Mermaid has nothing to do with Ariel's race. It really doesn't.
It don't.
Here's the thing. I feel like with, like, representation and stuff like that in Hollywood, I feel like people get upset that characters are being changed and molded differently and have different identities. But my thing is this. you feel like you're changing the character's identity because you have been taught and conditioned to believe that white and heterosexuality and just straightness and binary is is the standard. So anything that deviates the standard seems to be you changing it or being wrong. But why can't people experiment with different identities with different characters? Like these characters, a lot of these characters, Disney characters, comic book characters and stuff like that were created like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, you know, when we still had segregation and stuff like that, when we still had to like come to terms with things being a standard and having to get proper representation everywhere in life. I understand Spider-Man being bisexual because to me that doesn't really add to his like character. Well, it doesn't add to his character like in any way. Like he's so developed already. Like adding him, making him bisexual is just like, there you go. There's your representation. There's your bisexual representation. Rather than like actually developing a character whose script and whose background is written with all of their identities considered. You know what I'm saying? If Spider-Man was bisexual, you know, based on your identity, you look at life a little bit differently. You have a different lens. And I understand like I understand it's just a character, but like, you know, like if you're a serious writer, a serious character developer, like serious about this business, like, you know that every identity goes into the background and stuff like that. So I do think it's a disservice to make Spider-Man bisexual because there wasn't any like really, I don't feel like there was any thought put into that to give representation what's the word I'm looking for? Give representation the proper platform it needs, I would say. And then with Mr. Potato Head, I don't know. I feel like we're just in a time where like these identities are changing and people are really starting to have clearer words to describe themselves and describe how they feel. Like we had a time where people really like, it was just gay and straight. But then you had like trans people like, I'm not gay and I'm not straight, but I feel this way. And maybe if I dress this way, people might think that I'm gay, but it's something else. Like, I just feel like, you know, people just need to develop with the times because people are coming up with, not even coming up with, but like finally having the language to describe how they feel about themselves and who they are down to the T. And yeah.
But, okay.
But
okay. Just make. My bad. Just make it like your own. I'm not saying like that's a bad thing. Just make your own. Put that to the light. Like how black people push like characters to the light. We've asked for like a Black Panther movie. Like, you remember when we were asking for a Black Panther movie?
I was asking for it as soon as I seen
No. Even before that, people were asking for a Black Panther. We're like, bro, get Black Panther on here. He's kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Push that into the light. How we push Black Panther into the light, and that's a top 5 Marvel movie.
Some people would disagree.
I know, but yeah, you can't really disagree with that. I saw Marvelous. It was like 15. I said, bro, what are you talking about?
Let's think about all the Marvel movies. You have the 4 Avengers, Avengers 1, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, and Endgame. My order for Avengers is Infinity War, Ultron. See, I love good background. And I just feel like without Age of Ultron, it just set everything up. Like there's just so many things that would not have happened without Age of Ultron, which is why I like it so much and why I probably put it at number 1. But in terms of, calm down. In terms of movie quality, I would say Infinity War, then First Avengers, then Ultron, then Endgame. Endgame was really good. Don't get me wrong. Endgame was really good, but it would have been nothing without Infinity War. Like Endgame, okay, like the first 3 Avengers are good standalone movies. Like they can be movies by themselves. But if you had like Endgame and you didn't have any of the other Avengers movies before that, it would just be weird. It's a movie that like requires background.
Yeah, just like how Star Wars requires background. I don't really watch Star Wars like that, to be honest. I just watch the new ones.
The Star Wars is like the same theme. Like they're always fighting the dark side, you know. Like Star Wars, like it's a different like plot every movie.
You can't watch The Last Jedi and be like, oh, I understand. Oh, this is a good movie. You can't watch that.
That's true. I might have a different stance now.
Yeah, you can't just be like, oh yeah, this is chill.
Okay, so you feel like people should get their own representation? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So what are people supposed to do if they can't get those movies cleared? Like I just told you, do you know how hard it is to make a movie?
I mean, I'm not really a filmmaker. I know. Miss Mass Communications over here knows a lot about the film industry. It seems like a lot of hard work. I watch behind the scenes of like movies and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you watching the behind the scenes, them movies look awful, straight up garbage.
Yeah, because it's a collaborative process and effort.
Like they look really bad, but there's a whole lot of horrible movies out there. I'm not saying like the ones that we're pushing for are going to be horrible. But,
yeah, so what are you saying?
But there's a lot of movies out there that looks like it was not hard to make. They just filmed it on the little iPhone camera and just called it a day. Like there's a lot of movies out there like that. Like 47 Meters Down. That's a horrible movie. That's a shark movie. I love that movie though. I like it because it's really bad and I really laugh at it. That's why I like it.
That movie is bad, but I don't like shark movies too much.
I love shark movies.
Because I really do. You know, it's like sharks, like I have a fear, but a fascination at the same time.
I love sharks. I don't really care.
So you will swim next to one?
I'm black.
Okay.
I'm black. Let's remember that.
All right. So that's how you felt about representation. How would you feel about... Wait, actually, you know what? I was going to ask you something else, but let me just see what's trending real quick. Just to make sure I don't miss anything. Did you find the TikTok yet?
I'm searching it up.
Yeah, you've been searching it up. Anyways. Oh, wait, I have a question. So, you don't... If Superman is black, do you want to see Michael B. Jordan as Superman?
I don't think Michael B. Jordan is cut out for superhero movies. Like he was an all right Killmonger. Like I thought he was a little corny sometimes. And he wasn't that good as Human Torch of them new Fantastic Four movies. So I don't think he really fits that superhero role all too well.
You know who I think Michael B. Jordan should do?
What?
I think he should take over the Mission Impossible series. Yeah, that means you put your phone down. I'm just joking. I'm literally joking. Nah, that's crazy.
I'm about to say, could we really see Michael B. Jordan going on time-saving missions? No.
I can see him as an action hero, though. Like, I don't know why y'all hate him so much in action movies.
He's not that good.
He's not a good... You don't think he's a good actor?
He's a good actor, but he's not that good in action movies.
What is he missing?
That's just not him. He's not missing anything. That's just not him. That's just not his art.
What's his art?
Creed art. He got Creed art. That's what he got. That's not all he got.
What is that called?
He got Fruitvale Station art. That's what he got. He don't got...
So he's only good for dramas?
Yeah. Because he's a beautiful man. No homo, by the way.
No, you say everything late as hell. I don't know.
About it.
Yo, you forgot now.
Because Lincoln looked at me.
Oh my gosh.
He looked at me. No, but nah, he has that he just has that drama. He's really good in Creed. He's really good in Fruitvale Station. Like he's just a drama person. He's been in what's that football movie? Friday Night Lights. He was in that.
That's my show right there.
Yeah, he was in that.
That's my show.
Yeah, he's
right
a drama
there.
boy.
All right, I give it to you.
He ain't no save the world person.
Okay, so what's a movie coming soon, a Marvel movie that you're looking forward to, or what character? How about this? What character do you want to see?
What character do I want to see?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of characters I want to see in Marvel. There's really a lot. I want to see Moon Knight.
Who the heck is that?
He's a superhero. He has like a Moon Knight. You wouldn't really know him, but still.
You don't really know him, but still.
I'm gonna still show you.
All right, do that.
Moon Knight. This is Moon Knight.
Is he black?
Nah, he's white, but he's like an assassin. Like he's an assassin.
So would you like to see that person played by a white person or a black person? Or an Asian person? Or a
I would just keep the character the way the character was. Because he's a comic, so just keep it the way he was, and just build on the story arc from the comics. I would like to see that. I would like to see him. I would like to see. There's a lot. I would like to see Daredevil. I would like to see Punisher.
Are all these people white?
Unfortunately, yes. Not unfortunate, but like these are really like cool characters. I'd like to see that. I would like to see like since they're kind of like playing with the multiverse in WandaVision and stuff like that. I want to see
WandaVision is so good.
I want to see them play with the multiverse in Spider-Man. So I want to see Spider-Man 2099. I want to see like I want to see like a lot of Spider-Mans, like a lot of different Spider-Mans. I want to get to Avengers where we get Galactus as the villain.
Who's Galactus?
He's a person that eats planets. So
that what?
Eats planets. That's basically
what do you mean eats planets? What?
He eats planets. Okay, that's all you really need to know. I want to see when we go to Thor. I want to see like Beta Ray Bill.
Is he white too?
No, he's like a alien of some sort.
Okay, so my point is, like, you see, you're naming all of these characters that like you want to see, which is nothing wrong with them being white, but it's just like, when do people, like, you're saying all these things you want to see, like, when do people say, hey, this is a black Marvel character or something like that I want to see, when like you just named a bunch and none of them were black? Like, are there even not even black, but like,
no, like, because I'm going off movies that are not made, because I really want to see some Storm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I would love to see Storm.
Like, I would like to see Storm, but because I don't know if you know this, because I watch comic like YouTube videos and stuff like that, and so this is why I didn't say this one, because Black Panther and Storm were married in the comics. We don't really have a Black Panther anymore.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. And happy Founders Day. It is Howard's Founders Day. March 3rd, 1867, the real HU was established. I need some claps. Don't do this to me. Wow, you guys are really fake. All right, continue.
Like, I want to see Storm. They really did my guy dirty. You remember that guy in First Class that died?
He's a good actor in general.
That just died. Like, he's a mutant that can adapt to anything, and he just died.
but wasn't he like replaced? Remember X-Men, not First Class, Days of Future Past, and there was an X-Men like that could just adapt to anything, or was it like those Sentinels that could adapt to anything?
Those are Sentinels.
Oh, okay.
No. But yeah, I want to see mutants, but that's already made, you know. Like, I want to see mutants. I want to see we already got a Miles Morales movie, but I want to see Miles Morales and like real human Miles Morales. Like, I want to see that. You know?
Oh, you don't want to see a cartoon? You don't want to see animation?
I want to see a real Miles Morales. But I was naming people. I was just naming stuff that we haven't seen on like the screen. So my apologies if they were all white.
Bro, I'm just messing with you, honestly.
Just not how it was.
Nah, I'm literally messing with you. It's not a matter of like them being white, but I'm just saying, like, you see how like a lot of characters that were developed during that time period were just by default white. And so like when you ask for representation, like if there aren't a lot of characters to choose from, you know, it's not necessarily like you can just decide you want to add a comic or a character to the Marvel universe. Like people don't have clearance like that. It wouldn't hurt to change a made up character and a superhero at that to somebody that represented you, whether they're black, white, Asian, Latino, indigenous, like any of that. It wouldn't. I don't see what the big deal would be in changing a fictional character. That's just where I was coming from.
People just like how people weren't liking what movie was it? Iron Man 3 and Age of Ultron and stuff like that. How people didn't really like those movies is because it didn't really it followed the comic book script by having the heroes, the villain, all that, but it didn't really follow the plot or follow like the development of the character. That's why people don't really rate those as good movies.
Which characters are you talking about? Ultron? Like an Age of Ultron or something else?
Well, I'm gonna go with Iron Man 3 because that's the one I really most know like that. Like Iron Man 3, the Mandarin.
Right.
Like the Mandarin wasn't that weird white guy. He was really Chinese. He was really that Chinese guy. And they made him like a little decoy, whatever. Like that's one I really know of. Age of Ultron, I'm very fuzzy on that one.
Why?
Because it was a long time I watched that video of like Age of Ultron. But I'm very fuzzy on that one. But Ultron was supposed to be like a little bit more powerful than what he was.
He was extremely powerful, and he messed up Jarvis. He went to the internet in like 3 seconds. Was like, oh yeah, y'all all gotta die, and then he just had these robots deployed. He was half the reason Avengers was created. He was very powerful. What do you mean more powerful? Like the Avengers couldn't defeat him powerful?
Yeah, it was like more of a like Infinity War type villain.
Oh, that's what Ultron was supposed to be?
Yeah, and Thanos was supposed to be a little more powerful than Ultron.
All the Avengers would have died.
Yeah.
What kind of movie would that have been?
Because, you have to think about Thanos' name. He's the Mad Titan. Like, the Mad Titan. Like, that's a vicious name. Like, come on, dog.
There's only so much you could put on screen and make it PG-13. Like, I don't think...
That's why that's why I think Infinity War should have been rated R. I think they should have really did some violence on the screen. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, in the beginning, when they choked Loki up like that, I was not expecting... Okay. I understand that wasn't like the most gory scene that could have ever happened. But for Marvel, okay, when it started out like that, this is an Asgardian ship, this is a civilian Asgardian ship, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then it comes to that dark ass scene, and it's like all of them weird looking people, aliens, and then Loki gets choked up like that, and like his body like falls to the ground like that. That was very dark. I don't know what you mean. That was cinema right there. That was like a regular
It was dark, but Thanos really be killing it out here, bro. Like, Thanos really be killing it, and his little goons, they be killing it too, like that. Like, they be likes that. Like, the man Vision was having problems with. He's not really supposed to die unless his weapon breaks. Like, he's immortal unless his weapon breaks.
And how did he die?
He died because weak Vision just stabbed him in the back while he was fighting Captain America.
With his own weapon though.
Yeah.
Maybe that
wasn't supposed to happen. Like he can't die unless his weapon breaks.
But like, first of all, one, you have to realize like a movie is a movie. It only has a certain amount of time.
I know.
That's number one. And then number two, like film is very powerful. Like there's just certain stuff that is better left to the imagination or to like something on a page than to actually see that on screen. Like, for example, like I watched Snowfall, and right now Snowfall is a show about basically how this young man got into the crack business in the 80s. And so it follows how the crack business like started. Cocaine was coming into America via South America, via the federal government, and channeled into these neighborhoods. And it shows how it was just all like a money all for money, but also like it shows the different sides of like the crack epidemic, but it definitely shows the community. And when I tell you, like, I watched 2 episodes last week and it was just gory. Like the gang wars and the violence inflicted, like that Black people were like inflicting on each other just based on that stuff. It was gory. And I was just sitting here like, if I had read this in a book, or if I had just even like seen like still pictures of it, like in a documentary, I might have been able to handle it better. But because it's like on the screen, it's like showing everything, it's just like, yo, this is a lot. So, I mean, with that, I'm saying with respect to that, like, excuse me, Marvel can only do so much. And they're under Disney. So, like, Disney can only allow so much.
But Disney can allow some rated R stuff, man.
Disney? Does Disney have a rated R film? Does that even sound like, what?
They can allow it.
Like, does that even sound Disney rated R? Does that even go together?
Disney's such a big corporation.
Yeah.
That they can drift out into the rated R scene. And it just might distort their image.
It might make it less kid friendly, but like that has to do with you as a parent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Letting your child watch that.
Okay, but it does, but like if it's crazy, right? They're it's not like their views are gonna go down, but like parents are gonna see, yeah, I can't take my kid to see this. They're not gonna have as many make as many sales and stuff like that. Like you kind of want it in a niche. Don't know how to pronounce the word, but you want to have it in a category where like as many people that want to can see it.
Yeah, but like kids see PG-13 movies all the time, so
why bump it up to rated R? Rated R, PG-13 are 2 completely different things.
Yeah, but sometimes rated R has to do with the language, and like the language really isn't nothing.
But in Infinity War's specific case, it would have been the violence, which is why parents be having issues with their kids playing certain games and stuff like that, especially because kids be playing games right up on the screen, and a big ass screen at that, and it's just like, yo, you can look at people dying like this close to your face. Like, that's crazy.
Like kids mimic everything.
Exactly. So why would Marvel create an R-rated film that kids are gonna want to see? Parents are obviously gonna try and give into it. If Marvel came out an R-rated film today, parents would be wary. They'd be like, R-rated, but they'd be like, it's Marvel. It's not gonna really be R-rated. Then they're gonna take them kids to that movie. It's really gonna be R-rated, and they're gonna regret it. And the kids cannot unsee that, and they cannot undo that. So I'm saying, why even step into that territory?
How about we all just be good parents?
Kids are going to see it no matter what.
How about we be good parents and limit it? Put the restrictions on it. That we be good parents.
I don't know. I mean, Disney might be able to step out into the realm, but also I found out this week that
there's only like 6 companies running the TV game.
No. I've been to that. That's honestly crazy. But that like Disney and Marvel specifically has like a contract with the Pentagon in that they're only allowed to represent the U.S. military in a certain way in their films.
Like, I mean, I don't really see.
Meaning like it basically propaganda. Like you seen Black Klansman, right?
Yeah. So
Spike Lee had a contract with the NYPD to portray police in the movie a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not a lot of films out there that unless they're documentaries or something, portray police as the pigs that they are. Like really get down to the nitty gritty and like really portray. Like, unless it's like a documentary or based on a true story. If it's a film that you want to get made, you gotta go through like a lot of clearances. And so like with Marvel, I'm not pretty sure, but like if they have to have a deal with the Pentagon to portray the U.S. military in a certain way, and that's because like they use like, in certain movies and films that they want to use certain equipment that only the government has access to. So they have a deal where like, okay, you can use this equipment, but I don't want you bad mouthing the Pentagon in this. I don't want you doing this and this. And like while like Marvel may put like take little jabs at our government, slightly, it's never like an outright criticism or negative analysis of our government. So with that information being said, like, who knows if they had to deal with somebody else, or if they had to abide by some other contract where they couldn't make an R-rated movie, or where they couldn't have at least their Marvel Cinematic Universe contain R-rated films.
But I think that's something that's going to eventually happen.
An R-rated film?
Yeah.
In Marvel?
Yeah. Because you can't really display how powerful a villain is, or how powerful a superhero is without some violence.
Wait, doesn't DC have R-rated films?
Yeah, DC has R-rated films.
The Dark Knights are R-rated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe I just can't see it because of like the reputation Marvel has. Like, I've always seen Marvel as like very family friendly. So I mean, they could.
Yeah, but they're still gonna make money off of the action figures too. Still, like they're gonna put toys out there. They're gonna put games out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're gonna make money off of that. So it don't really matter if people not gonna really see the movie like that, because what they know is that comic book lovers are from the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's when Marvel really like was out there. You know, comic book lovers from the 60s. And they obviously old enough to see some rated R films. So, hey.
So you're saying that they're gonna go see the film regardless, like it doesn't matter?
Yeah, regardless.
Okay, that's a fair estimate.
And the kids can get the toys, and everybody wins.
Does everybody win? I don't
Yes.
know. Did you find the TikTok yet?
Bruh.
Yeah, you couldn't find it. No, don't go back and look for it now.
Okay,
I had the whole episode to find it, and you still ain't find it. I don't want to hear nothing.
I was being Oh, how did I forget Valkyrie? Tessa Thompson. She's LGBTQ. I mean, we don't really see that, but I mean, we do see it kind of.
Would you watch a show based on her?
Yeah,
I would too. I really, 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 really like WandaVision. Like,
Catwoman.
WandaVision, in my opinion, first of all, I kind of want to talk about the show because this is the first show that like we watched together. Like, Ian don't really watch TV, y'all. I know y'all know this from like past episodes and stuff and stuff like that. But like, Ian really does not watch TV. But this is the first show that like we really like been locked in. What is your favorite aspect about WandaVision?
My favorite aspect about WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really analyzing here. I just know something good on screen when I see it.
So you just like the show.
So what's your aspect so I can
my favorite aspect is the character development, like the writing behind. So like the whole story is that Wanda's created this alternate universe that places her and Vision in a happy little life and family with the kids that they've always wanted and always dreamed of. As you guys know, after Infinity War, Vision is dead. And so that's basically what the premise of the plot is. She creates the alternate universe for her and Vision to live happily ever after off of her grief. Because as you get into the show, it we know now like how it happened, but you know, everybody keeps asking Wanda what happened, how did they get here, what's going on, and Wanda can't seem to answer it. She's just like, I don't know what happened. I just remember being really, really sad, and then stuff happened. So I like the plot of the show being that she creates this alternate reality off of her grief. Like, that's a really, at its surface, it's just a superhero show, but with the writing, it gets down to like actual, like, you know, real human emotions and experiences, especially with grief. And I think it's very timely of how, like, the time that it came out, especially with like the world dealing with like a collective grief and like figuring out how to process it. The second aspect I liked about it is how they put the show together. Okay, so she's created this alternate universe based on her grief. What does this alternate universe look like? This alternate universe looks like different television shows that she's grown accustomed to and that she's seen throughout her life. And so the plot and the setting changes every week into like a different television show. So I think that's like it's good writing, it's good setup, it's good character development, it's a good plot, a good setting, all of it. Like, I just think the show is very stellar. And I used to be upset, like, you know, that certain characters in the MCU didn't have their standalone movies. But I think Marvel's really stepping it up by giving them shows. Like, really, 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 like, giving background characters the necessary, like, development and background that they need.
It's cool. That's cool. I know a poorly written thing put on screen when I know it. When I see it. And I can't really tell when you're like, oh yeah, this is great writing. I can't really tell that. I just know when something's really bad on screen.
Okay, give me something that's really bad.
Okay, something that's really bad. 47 meters down. We already said that though. That was horrible.
Just something else that maybe a lot of people have
X-Men
seen.
Dark Phoenix. Garbage. What? I'm not gonna say Killmonger's writing was bad, but like he was kind of corny, bro. At the end, bro. Just bury me in the ships with my ancestors. Like, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors. Like, no, I wasn't feeling that, bro. I wasn't feeling that line, bro.
He's a radical.
I wasn't.
That is something very.
Actually, I wasn't feeling how he acted that. I wasn't.
So you wasn't feeling like, okay, because that goes into it too. Like, you know, I think that Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen are like great Wandas and Visions. Like, they are like, I don't know what the characters would have looked like had they been casted before or redone, but they played their characters very well. Like, these roles were made for them. I think what goes into like making like a film or show or whatever bad as well is the fact that is the fact that they have actors. Like, casting directors aren't appreciated enough because it takes a lot of talent to look at a script, imagine it, and then have an actor audition, not even like really be in like a scene or nothing like that with makeup and hair and setting and lighting, but to really just like have an actor come in, audition, and you can say, hey, yeah, they'd be perfect for this role. That's a lot. So I could see that. But did you have anything else you want to say? I feel like this was fun.
No, I ain't got nothing else to say. Play this little video right quick.
You found it?
Okay, it's not the video. It's not his TikTok, but it's like
So you didn't find it?
It's not his TikTok, but it has the heroes and stuff that he names.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so there was Catwoman. There was Okay, he wasn't really in the DC world. Okay, there was Catwoman. There was there's this girl called what's her name? Squirrel Girl or something like that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she's not tough. She's not tough. Sorry. There is, because there's a lot of characters in comics, so it's not like a big standout on one. Colossus is one. Wonder Woman is one. Mystique, Catwoman, like I said. Deadpool, Green Lantern. Iceman.
Green Lantern's LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's one called North Star, Miss America. There's Miss America. I'm trying to give good ones because some of these are like side characters. But the ones I said are the ones I saw on that TikTok. So yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Well, guys,
and Valkyrie, by the way. Yeah,
you said that already. But well, guys, this is the end of the podcast. Like I said, we didn't have a guest today. We just decided to chop it up about something and kick it. Next week we're going to be having a guest, my friend Zakia Tally, on to discuss. Actually, you'll see next week. This week we have a playlist for you guys. I haven't decided what's going to be yet. It's a new month, and I'm just trying to figure out some themes and stuff like that. Make sure I give y'all some new music. So stay tuned, but it will be in the description box, both on Spotify and Apple Music. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to this podcast. Like I always say, each episode is better than our last. You will not be disappointed. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to lead with light and lead with love.
Peace.
Bye.